Hi, my name is Bas Rutten and welcome to MMA Today. Now, everybody is still talking about UFC heavyweight champion Randy Couture and his victory over the favorite, younger and heavier Gabriel Gonzaga. Not only was Randy fighting with a hurt rib in that fight, but the following Monday he showed MMA Today his left forearm. He broke it defending one of Gabriel's high kicks during the fight. Now our attention turns to UFC 75, which will take place in London. Now the main event will be between Quinton Jackson, the new UFC light heavyweight champion, and the Pride light heavyweight champion, Dan Henderson. We caught up with Dan last week. He's been training hard with WEC's Jason Mayhem Miller, IFL's Brian Foster, and newcomer Phenom Terry Sokuchu. Okay, here's the scoop. Quinton Jackson already left a couple of weeks ago for London. He's been training there and, of course, he's promoting the fight. Dan Henderson had to stay in Temecula, California because his wife was expecting their baby. But last Thursday, she received the baby, so Dan Henderson, he's off to London. If you talk to him, you wouldn't think that he's worried.
Quinton's not bad on his feet. He might take me down, he might slam me. He's more explosive, has a little bit more power. I'm not worried about it though. I'm just gonna go out and fight my fight and perform and kick Quinton's ass.
What did I say? Pretty confident. At my fight last summer, this is what Quinton did outside Matt Linton's dressing room, just to let him know that he was ready. I hope that Dan gets a dressing room far away from Quinton. Now, I really like both of these men, and both of them are my friends, so I wish them both the best. Now here is how I size up this fight. Quinton Jackson is the heavier of the two fighters, so that probably means that he's got more power. I say probably because Dan Henderson, everybody's telling me who rolled with Dan Henderson that he's physically very strong. Now, striking-wise, I would say that Quinton Jackson has the better arsenal and his punches are more crisp. Dan Henderson, though, he's got that big overhand right and he throws it while looking down, which is very distracting. He also got that great left hook and, of course, his dirty boxing is phenomenal. He's going to try to press the action. He's going to close the distance. He's going to see if he can clinch him up using those punch combinations that I just talked about. Once there, he's going to try to take Quinton down, but can he take Quinton down? I don't know. Matt Linton had a lot of trouble doing it. Actually, now I think about it, Quinton Jackson took Matt Linton down in that fight. This fight can go either way. I mean, whoever's going to make the first mistake, that guy is going to get dropped. That means the other one is going to walk home with the UFC belt. Quinton could be around for a long time. Come on, he's 29 years old, he's only a baby. His record now is 28 wins with only 6 losses. Although he's been fighting professionally for almost 8 years, mostly in Japan, Quinton told us when he really began to fight.
I've been fighting my whole life. You know what I'm saying? My cousin and I alone, him and I, we probably fought each other over 300 times. And we grew up years and we fought most every day.
Unbelievable. Speaking of fighting on the street, viral video superstar Kimbo Slice has been working hard for his fight against Tank Abbott October 12th at Cage Fury 6 in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I'm ready. I'm ready right now, Tank.
We caught up with coach Sean Tompkins in Las Vegas.
What makes Kimbo a great fighter is his heart and his will to learn and the fact that he doesn't want to lose. You know, I can teach anybody how to fight, but I can't teach him how to have heart. And the heart that he possesses, how big it is, how strong it is, and the fact that he will not accept losing, that just makes my job easier.
I've also been working with Kimbo here in Los Angeles. Take a look.
You ready to see me? All right. All right.
Of course, I'm trying to make sure that Kimbo Slice hits the hardest humanly possible. It's all about footwork. Once your feet are connected to the ground, your punching power will increase tremendously. That is the punch. You just hit his head off.
I am hungry.
He's a powerful puncher, that's for sure. After racking up a Muay Thai record of 12-1-1, Gina turned to mixed martial arts, where she now has a 4-0 record.
I'm fighting Tanya Evinger. She's a wrestler, so she's a pretty well-known wrestler, I guess. So it's a good matchup for me. It's a good fight.
If she defeats Tanya Evinger this weekend, Gina Carano is another step closer to meeting another well-regarded fighter, Tara La Rosa. Last Saturday, Showtime carried Elite XC's Uprising. In the main event, ruthless Robbie Lawler knocked out Marilla Ninja Rua with devastating strikes, mainly uppercuts, in the third round. Rua was actually winning the fight on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards until Lawler turned it around. Ever-popular Gina Carano improved her mixed martial arts record to 5-0, defeating Tonya Ebbinger with a rear naked choke submission in the first round. Also this Saturday night, legendary Pride champion Mauricio Shogun Rua makes his long-awaited UFC debut. He'll meet the first season winner of Spike TV's reality show The Ultimate Fighter, Forrest Griffin. Sean Tompkins recently caught up with Forrest. He does not seem to be concerned.
There you go. You got everything in check, everything's falling into place.
Stand up, clinch ground, everything's pretty good. Conditioning's there already, so crisping up for 3 more weeks.
How do you feel about Shogun?
Oh, I just like the way he fights, you know. Obviously, he's one of the best in the world, if not the best. But it's a good matchup for me, you know. I got some reach on him. My footwork's a little better than his. I'm a little bigger and stronger.
No worries, then.
No, not one.
Thanks.
Wow, that's all I can say. Mauricio Shogun Rua has beaten Quinton Rampage Jackson and Antonio Ogerio Nogueira, and he's considered by many to be the best light heavyweight fighter in the world. If the winner of a reality show can beat a champion like Mauricio Shogun Rua, wow, that would be incredible. Also on the card for Saturday night, former captain of the Purdue University wrestling team, John Fitch, gets his chance to prove he's for real when he meets Diego Sanchez.
Diego is phenomenal cardio. He's one of the best guys you can find in the scramble. Extremely good at getting to the back. A good ground and pound. His stand-up isn't all there, but he will throw. He does throw hard, and he's got an incredible chin. So he poses a lot of challenges.
On Thursday night in Hollywood, Florida, the International Fight League Team Championship came down to Renzo Gracie's Pitbulls and Pat Miletich's defending champions, the Silverbacks. 5 fighters in 5 different weight classes battled it out. Down 0-1, Silverback lightweight Bart Pawaszewski was favored to beat the new member on Renzo Gracie's team, Lithuanian Deividas Torosavicius. Torosavicius scored a surprise second-round submission victory with an armbar, but there was some controversy as to whether Bart Pawaszewski actually tapped out at all.
I didn't argue because last time I argued a fight was in a fight with Chris, and I got freaking yelled at. So they told me to keep it myself. If I have a problem, then deal with the commission. So it's like a lose-lose situation. Last time I argued, I got bitched at. This time I didn't argue. Everybody thinks that I thought I tapped.
I came with no game plan with this guy because that guy was all around it. He have everything. I just go to fight. That's it. How fight goes, that goes. We exchange a little bit. We go from stand up. We hit the ground. We go on the ground. I'm in his guard. He didn't do anything when he's had me in the guard. Then I have him in the guard. I did something in my guard.
Down 2-0, Silverbacks heavyweight Ben Rothwell stepped into the ring against the former UFC heavyweight champion Rico Rodriguez. With only 4 days to prepare, Rodriguez filled in the Pitbull's heavyweight slot. Rothwell has been fighting all season and his conditioning shows. At one point, Rodriguez caught Rothwell in the guillotine choke.
Rodriguez has him down. Can Rodriguez end it? Rodriguez trying to choke out.
But Rodriguez couldn't hold his position and Rothwell escaped. After 3 rounds of slugging it out, Rothwell took the decision and the Silverbacks were only down 2-1.
If you watch the tape, he kicked me in the nuts the 3rd time, then spit in my face.
It looked like he spit at him almost.
And the only real thing I'm disappointed in is I should have knocked him out for that.
Hey, listen, sometimes the hoorah comes out. It wasn't sportsmanlike, but, I apologize to Ben. It really did turn into a little brawl there, but I think it was an exciting fight. I know it made him excited because he came out, he was like, whoa. Let's go, brother.
Silverback middleweight Ryan McGivern even things at 2 wins apiece with a convincing second-round TKO over Fabio Leopoldo. That set the stage for the winner-take-all light heavyweight bout. Pitbull Andre Guzmão came out swinging from the bell, landing a series of nearly uncontested blows against Mike Sesnolovic, before the referee stopped the bout less than a minute into the first round. The World Team Championship was an amazing turnaround for the Pitbulls. I mean, last year they lost every one of their matches, but this year they won all 5 and went straight to the top.
And I'm very glad that we start as losers and we became champions. That's what Jiu-Jitsu is all about, It doesn't matter how much you try to create new systems, and jiu-jitsu is the base, the spinal, dorsal spine of this sport.
This weekend, MMA comes to the Playboy Mansion for the first time ever, as Strikeforce hosts a fight card complete with a poker party and an open bar. Hey, I'll be there. Someone has to go, right? For MMA Today, I'm Bas Rutten, and I will see you next time. El Guapo says Godspeed and party on. Woo!